As soon as we arrived in China, we were straight away thrown into the program. Every day was a new experience, a new adventure, and we loved it. From the start, we split into 4 activity groups which would later on be our small families. It was with each group that we went out on site days with, and therefore we spent the majority of our time with these people. Throughout the duration of the 35 days, we visited around 10 sites in Nanjing alone, all the way from the magnificent Sun Yat-sen's mausoleum to the peaceful Jiming Temple. We also spent time in Shanghai and Beijing, visiting iconic sites such as the Bund, Great Wall, and Forbidden City. It was a fantastic experience, planning, preparing, learning, and visiting an incredible place with 15 other kids just as excited as you were. We also had the overall experience of being away from home with 63 others for longer than a month. With this came the chance to do our own washing, buy things down the lane, serve others at dinner, and more. However, with every new experience came a new challenge that we, as individuals or as a collective, had to overcome. Some of these challenges we encountered at the beginning of the program and faced throughout the journey. A key example included community living. We were living not only as a large group of 63, but also sharing a room with 3 other people, some of whom you may not be familiar with at all. Many of us were accustomed to having our own living space and room, so to all of a sudden be placed with other people and share a space was rather confronting. Problems that arose included lack of personal space, having to do our own washing, organising periods of time for each individual to shower and use the bathroom, and so forth. However, each room quickly became very comfortable with one another, and this added friendship aspect led to a deeper understanding, which in turn helped us to resolve our conflicts. Other challenges included trying new things. While we were excited, we were also naturally reluctant to give things a go, as we had never experienced them before. At first, barely any of us were accustomed to eating traditional Chinese food and using chopsticks. However, after countless meals, we are now experts with chopsticks and are very used to the traditional cuisine. Another example was the language barrier. As predicted, it was very difficult to communicate with the Chinese local people. With our limited Chinese language, a majority of them not speaking English, we often struggled with simple things, such as asking for directions or finding out the price of tickets. Many of us were reluctant to engage in conversation, as we were scared of not being able to sustain one. However, as time went on, our Chinese skills gradually improved, and we learnt basic phrases that helped us get around. By the end, most of us were more than happy speaking to the local people. This is an example of one of the many times that we resolved challenges by taking it one step at a time. Many of us were also faced with homesickness. For a lot of us, this was the longest period of time that we had been away from home, and the lack of our usual support systems proved to be a challenge. Thankfully, the program kept us on our toes, so we didn't have much time to dwell on this. We were also able to overcome these feelings not only through frequent emails to home, but also with support from our new friends and staff. With every new challenge we faced, we became more and more comfortable every time. By the end, our comfort zones had grown considerably, and it's safe to say that we are somewhat less reluctant to try new things and much more comfortable to do so. We had many new experiences and faced many challenges, and I can safely say on behalf of Group 2 that we wouldn't have changed anything for the world. I will now hand over to Maddie, who will talk about the skills we gained during the internationalism program.